Folks, welcome to the Pretend Friends podcast. We are here, and for your listening pleasure, we present Freeform Jazz 2. No agenda, just vibes.
This is Fox News. No agenda, just vibes.
The thing that's on my
Jacob's
mind.
wanted to say that, bro.
Yeah, well, this is Fox News. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
just-
I could pull off being a Fox News presenter.
It's just funny because
I'm like casually racist and white looking. That's kind of all you need.
Me too.
Yeah. The both of us can pull it off, Jacob. But actually, you could be Fox News' like token black guy.
You can be one of those annoying fucking dorks. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
like, that's their whole
man.
personality. It's like, bro, if you believe in it, that's cool. That's like fine, whatever, I guess. But like, you're so lame.
Yeah.
Like your whole personality is the fact that you're one of the few who's against your own interests more.
Oh,
or less.
Yeah.
You're talking about black conservatives.
Black
Yeah, they make a
conservatives,
spectacle of being
yeah.
confronted with the realities of like conservative politics and the effects it can have on like, you know, communities that are impacted negatively by the current status quo. And they're just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's, like that's the whole spectacle, basically. Is
I
like,
mean, for a while as a black dude, you could go to a Trump rally and like get specifically pointed out by Trump.
Oh, yeah.
well, because the
He
thing
was
is, like,
just
I get it. Like,
Who's
exactly,
my
right?
African American?
The reason
And,
that guys
it's
do
kinda
it.
cool.
The reason that guys do it is because it's easy.
Dude, yeah,
Right,
the
exactly,
grift.
that's what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God, you are
The
making-
difficulty is in the morality of it all.
Right.
Yeah. But if you want to be a black
tempting,
conservative
though.
and you're
It'd be
even a
kinda
little
tempting.
charismatic, you can make dummy money. You're going to be on the Daily Wire before you know it.
Remember you guys
know?
know the Hodge twins?
Oh, of course I know the
Who's
Hodge.
that?
The
twins,
Hodge
man.
twins are these two twins. They're buff as fuck. And they originally just made workout videos, and they're just two twins, and they're buff as shit, and they're in Texas, and they're black dudes, and they're cool, you know, and they're funny. And then they eventually like pivoted into doing like advice videos. So they have like their followers would like email them with a question or a situation about their life, and they'd give like just funny ass advice, but generally good advice, you know. And they're really cool, and I think that at some point, like around 2017 or 16, they like jumped on that train. Like they like sold out. They literally changed their names, the name of their channel from Hodge Twins to Conservative Twins.
What?
Really? Damn.
Wow, they really went in.
Dude,
It's like,
2016 to now is like the golden age of the conservative grifter. Like those dudes made, those guys made so much.
I feel like
man.
now the party's kind of over.
Oh yeah, no, you try to do
Yeah.
that now. It's like shut the fuck up.
Like,
You're
shut
late
up.
to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what happens after. What happens after they pit her out? Like, what's Candace Owens up to? I guess she's still doing fine. Dude, actually, she married like a blue blood, British, like super rich guy.
I think as long as people generally dislike black people, there's going to be a niche to have a figure amongst them who they can say, I don't hate black people because I'm cool with this guy who just happens to agree with everything I agree with and has the exact same views that I do.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the like Jesse Lee Peterson videos?
So they always have like use, you know.
Have you seen
You always
Jesse
need
Lee
a
Peterson?
fucking traitor.
I mean, yeah.
There's always a Dr. Yue,
Oh, yeah.
you know, from Dune.
Mm.
You know, you always got there's always one, bro.
There is.
There's always one who's
one.
willing
Dr.
to.
Ray? Which one's that?
He's the one who he betrays the Duke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's always a Judas.
Yeah, it's okay that you don't remember him because you've only seen the movies and he's the least memorable character in that. In a very not exciting movie.
They introduce his character as he's assassinating, as he's betraying them practically. You know?
Basically, yeah.
He has
No,
like
they spend, like, 2
one
seconds with
very
him.
brief scene before, and then yeah, he's just like,
Dude, that first, like, they could have really given him some more character because that first Doom movie is all just like long shots of people's faces, and then that soundtrack hacks in that's like,
the Wonder Woman.
we're going to Arrakis, and then someone like looks out. Yeah, that's the whole movie is just that. It's all fucking setup. It's so boring. Yeah. They're like, what would you like for breakfast? Oh, I'll just have some toast.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, all right. That's that whole fucking movie.
Oh,
But it
man.
makes up, dude. Okay, like,
And then cut to the other planet, and they're just like,
yeah. Famously, I was the one that when we all saw Dune 2 in theaters, I was the only one that was lukewarm on it. Everyone came up and was like, "Oh my
I
god!"
thought Christian was kind of iffy
Christian was,
on it.
yeah, but having watched it again, not on mushrooms, I gotta say I liked it so much more. Me and my wife and my son were just like so into that movie.
That movie has so many sequences that just blow you away.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They can really just leave you breathless. Like when the starter car initially fly in their suits in the very beginning.
Oh yeah, actually,
And it's
that's
like,
not the starter car. That was actually Harkonnen foot
Oh, it
troops.
was
Yeah,
Harkonnen.
the starter car are in service of the Emperor. I'm sorry. Why don't you get your shit straight, guys?
Yeah,
Can we
that
just
shit
stop
was-
the podcast? Actually, that was a little offensive. But yeah, dude. The second that was like, I forgot how good that scene was because like they just come up, and it's like it's also
I love it because they walk up to the thing and you're like, what are they going to climb it or something? And they just go.
It's funny too. I was just thinking, like, you could not make this movie in like 2003 because the good guys are Al Qaeda, basically. Like they're just they're just hanging out in the waiting for the much better equipped, much better arm. And they just murk the shit out of those guys. But the character design. I mean, like, I'm not gonna spend the podcast praising Dune 2. I think the internet's done that enough. But like, man, it was
You got to
really
realize
good.
most of our audience are like normal people, hopefully.
Yeah, they probably. But that's one of
They're
those.
not reading film criticism on the internet,
It's
most
true.
likely.
Is that that's the only movie there was like a cultural moment for so far this year? Like the year before that, there was the whole Barbenheimer thing, but this year it's been real bad.
And
for movie
Barbenheimer
theaters.
was annoying.
But I feel
Yeah, it
like,
was pretty-
I
yeah.
just because I think that like my whole like comparison would be like, there's not much that people quote or like say from like Oppenheimer. Like, it's kind of just like come and gone already. But with like Dune 2, there's already like a meme about how fucking Stilgar, what's that character? Javier Bardem's character?
Yeah, Stilgar.
I keep saying Lisa and
Yeah.
and like you watch clips of it now, and like they'll always like amplify his voice when
Yeah.
it gets to that part.
Yeah. There's one part, there's some things that stick out. Like some little things about Timothée Chalamet's performance that I find funny. One, he's not doing much. He's kind of making the same face the whole time, which is fine. That's the whole thing.
There's someone who's described the movie as a cologne commercial.
Yeah.
It's just Timothée Chalamet like
That's
Looking up, looking sexy, looking like
the whole
sexy
time.
ass.
He's got like blankets and shit over his head and
But there's one part where he's talking to Lady Jessica, and they're normal conversation like this, like just regular.
they're
And then
they're potting.
Huh?
They're potting.
Yeah. They're having a podcast, but they're just sitting there, and he's like, "We gave them hope," and like the whole time they're talking normal, and then he's like, "That's not hope." He just screams it, and then they go back to talking normal, and she doesn't react to him screaming at all. And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck is your problem?"
Remember?
Hey, it makes a lot of sense in lore, bro.
I know it does, but he like screamed it for no reason, and I was like, "Man, you really." Timothée Chalamet didn't really sell that particular part of the.
Yeah, I think
performance.
like the movies are a lot more touchy feely than the books, right? Where like
Oh,
in
yeah,
the book
way
he's
more.
very pragmatically becoming who he is. Whereas in the movie, I think they show. I mean, there's a struggle internally for Paul to like fulfill his destiny, so to speak, become Lisa Nagaib. But then I think that like,
that was tasteful.
but like the
done,
movies
yeah.
make it seem like he's really struggling with it. You know what I mean? So like anything that's like in service of that, people thinking that he has a problem with.
Yeah, no. In the book, he has the awakening by getting exposed to the spice, and then immediately knows what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
or
not-
then,
there's not
like,
much,
and
like,
the more
fight to
spicy
it.
he like keeps like basically consuming more until he's like, he can like see the future hella good and shit.
Dude, that's why the fucking second Dune
he fucking tweets
book
out
sucks.
basically.
Dune Messiah fucking sucks.
Wait, don't
no,
spoil
no
it.
spoilers, but like the whole time he's like, I can see exactly what's gonna happen, and I don't like it. That's the whole.
Before we
fucking,
became Neo?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's the whole book. He's like, this thing is gonna happen, and it's like, okay, I get it. You know the future, like,
Yeah, stop spoiling it.
yeah, yeah, for real. You can't really like get
Wait,
too invested.
who's
you know
the-
something bad's gonna
Who's
happen.
the actor who in Pulp Fiction he has a watch up his ass? What's that guy's name?
Christopher Walken.
Remember when he came on the screen? I feel like you kind of thought this. I was like, this might be a bad movie. It was just so weird to see him.
It
in
was
that
yeah. He
role.
was kind of miscast.
It's
He's also
so distracting.
yeah, and he does not. He
Like,
does
this might be a
not
bad movie.
Christopher
it's gonna be
Walken
bad.
his
no,
voice.
at that point, it was like 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I was a
like,
little bit worried when I
but I
saw
mean,
him.
he's appropriately old, and in the book, the Emperor is kind of like a pussy. So it's like who could you cast? You kind of just need like a weaker looking old man, and maybe
You're like,
It's
pussy,
so
like
bizarre.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken was interesting. Yeah.
So bizarre.
And
like,
I also,
casting choice. It's-
I stand behind my statement. I said this, I was on mushrooms, so please forgive me. But in the middle of the theaters while we were watching Dune 2, I turned to my friends here and I said, I hate Zendaya. I hate her.
Even on mushrooms, you hate Zendaya.
but you don't think she's cast well?
I don't think she's cast well at all.
Why not?
She
Yeah,
doesn't.
I think
Okay,
she's cast well.
we spend a lot of the movie with Zendaya, and she just has the same face. Her face isn't compelling to me. She doesn't like jump out at the screen the same way Chalamet's does. Maybe I'm gay. Maybe this is me coming out I'm gay. But she has this mopey fucking melon face the entire time, and then she also like in the ones where she has like big emotional outbursts and she's just like the prophecy is here to control you. Like she does not like deliver those lines in a compelling, interesting way or with any like conviction. She's just kind of just like she stands out in a bad way.
It's hard to take Zendaya like upset seriously.
Because I feel it's similar to like the Christopher Walken kind of casting or like or the Jason Momoa or the fucking Cable. Who plays Cable? What's his name? Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah.
or any
that you're calling him
any of these like Batista, you know, they're all kind of the same. They're all just like super famous and shit. But I feel like she at least like I'm reading the book right now and she looks the part. Like the book describes her as like an elfish brown girl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying.
And then it says, for instance, Zendaya.
I think the look of disdain that's constantly on Zendaya's face suits the movie's interpretation of the character well, because in the book, she's basically on Paul's side the entire time.
Yeah,
she's just kind of his wife.
Yeah,
she's not really like that.
She's not really even a character.
Yeah, she's not really. She's just kind of there. She's just like, yeah, I'm his wife. Yeah, and then the mom doesn't want him to marry her because she's a Fremen, basically. The mom's being a classist.
Yeah.
Hater.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, like, okay.
Like,
but no shade to the lady Jessica. She knows she's gonna have to like.
Yeah, but in the movie,
make a strategic
in
marriage.
the movie, like Chani's like more conflicted, so you kind of need someone who just has
also they
on their face. So Zendaya was probably a good choice.
Yeah, fair enough.
She spends so much of the latter half looking like upset, and it's like, oh, you're supposed to look like this now.
She got that same like frowny fucking look on her face. I've never seen.
Imagine if you were like Paul's, you know, go-to woman, and then he just fucking trades up in your face in front of everyone.
Yeah, trades up to Florence Pugh, who is also
horribly miscast. My god, why is she? Oh my god, she looks like she should be in a Verizon commercial.
Dude, 100%.
I don't know why she's in this.
No, the thing about like I've seen Florence Pugh give good performances. I'm not giving her shade as an actress. Although she does have the same.
Can you see the future
similar
now?
to my Zendaya criticism? She does have the same frowny melon face.
She has the same face.
All of Midsommar.
Isn't she in Midsommar?
She's in Midsommar.
Yeah, I can tell by her stupid face.
Yeah, she's just like frowny the whole time.
Hey, so if the what are the good dudes called? The Sand people?
The Fremen.
If
the Fremens are
real close there.
If the Fremens are like Afghanis, are the Sardaukar like the United States, and they're just like flying drones above there?
Well, if you read
no one's anyone.
We have positive confirmation on the internet.
I think it's cool. I think what's cool about Dune is that like there are obvious inspirations, right? But I think like it's just like vehicles for like the conflict between the characters and the drama and the tension and like the political maneuvers and stuff like that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, I don't think you should really think about like what's supposed to be like.
Yeah. Well, no, get into Frank Herbert's head. And at the time,
1965, bro.
He wrote it in 1965. Yeah. So I thought he wrote it in like 1970 something.
No, he's zonked out on fucking LSD writing this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was thinking forward that much, probably. Just like
I had it in my head that
in the year
I think during
25. That's basically what Dune is.
During the time he wrote it, I thought the Soviets had invaded Afghanistan, so I always kind of read it as about supporting.
You know what I'm saying? No, but like you could do it about like you could do it about Palestine, even.
Yeah,
you could do it about like
I know that you don't really paint them. I
Vietnam.
I watched a video of us drone striking like terrorists today, so I just had that on the mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I watched this documentary called Jihad John about like.
What?
Oh yeah, the British guy, right?
Regular British dude named John who got basically radicalized and like it was like a big ISIS leader and was like part of like ISIS kind of coming. Like
he was a white dude,
right?
ISIS
he's
low
like
key fell
he's like
off.
An Indian
what the fuck happened to them?
In the UK. Well, I saw what happened to them. We fucking got sick of. Basically, they ended up starting beheading a bunch of journalists, and we're just like. All right, fucking send the drones.
Oh no,
they fucking blew
they
them
were beheading the main characters from the movie Civil War.
They like beheaded like they went from like kind of just like sending like videos of like hostages to like killing like dudes like every month.
Yeah.
So then the U.S. just bombed them.
And obviously,
I mean, that's not why, but I
well,
mean,
the
like,
US
we were already in the process of bombing the shit of them.
But it gave them more motivation because like there was a public perception that it felt like they were like kind of losing control of the situation. So it kind of looked bad on like the Obama White House.
Yeah, no, it looked real bad. It's like, we invaded this area, and then a force like 10 times worse than anything Saddam Hussein ever did. This is like wiping through and kidnapping people and killing journalists.
We're saving you guys.
Dude, how crazy is that though? Like to them,
it's for your own good.
Like obviously they're running around in like Toyotas and like they have AKs and shit. They're very
you
scary.
love Ford
look very cool.
Look very cool, and they're scary dudes. But like it's so crazy like what different like playing field we're on. It's like if aliens came here because they're just like hanging out and then all of a sudden they just fucking explode.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, basically.
I'm talking about us drone striking dudes in Afghanistan.
Yeah, when drones first started coming in,
what the fuck is that?
When drones first started coming into mainstream use, like they were like horrified. They were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And like, it turns out we were like picking up like cell signals. So for the longest time, like if anyone ever used a cell phone, the drone operators would be like, "Oh, there they are," and then they would just send.
Oh yeah. They were just indiscriritedly bombing.
Yeah.
Whereas anyone with a cell phone's a terrorist. Apparently.
Let me get a double pepperoni.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jalapenos.
Yeah, it's not going to be here in the next 5 minutes.
Make it crispy.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
dark.
the biggest. One of the biggest criticisms. When I'm not a big Obama guy.
Yeah, you were just
not a big Obama guy, but
everyone.
there was a 90% civilian casualty rate every time there was a drone strike.
I think the coolest things about Obama were very superficial, but like that's fine.
I heard on a separate.
Yes, we can.
I heard on a separate podcast that in Obama's last presidential year, there was like 40 drone strikes a day.
Oh yeah. Well, because
bombs over Baghdad.
Well, because the logic of the State Department was like, well, you didn't like it when we were, having your sons die in these deserts for no reason. So I guess we're gonna have to use robots. Like, yeah, there's gonna be some fucking collateral damage, but what do you want from us? And then the people would respond or should respond like, yeah, maybe just don't blow up that area.
Yeah,
maybe
leave them alone.
Back. Yeah, like,
someone
reassess our relationship.
You know how this would be kind of edgy maybe, but you know how Obama when he was president, I don't know if you know, but you probably know. He would pick like a March Madness bracket, like on ESPN.
Yeah, exactly.
So someone should make a cut up.
Like, ooh, he likes basketball.
Someone should make a cut up. Of
he's
him,
one of us.
Him like selecting a team, and then it cuts to like a drone strike.
He's one of us.
He cuts to a drone.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
They should do a cut up of him on ESPN, like picking his bracket, and every time he's like, "Oh, I think I'll go with Michigan State with this one." They just cuts to a drone strike.
It'd be funny
I
if,
like Duke in this one.
It's like he was really concerned about his March Madness
just to
bracket.
remind you what he's actually up to.
The other team would get mysteriously
he started like bombing the Miami Heat's houses.
Oh yeah, and you can use an AI Obama voice.
It's a misfire.
Yeah. You can use an AI Obama voice to have him like say like I'm going to eliminate North Carolina.
I thought here, let me see if I can, because when he was president, I almost had an impression down. But I was like,
Jacob has one.
What I have an impression? Oh yeah, I have a good impression.
You let me be clear.
You got like a
Obama.
Yours is like a mix of like Clinton, Bush, and Obama.
I know it's hard to do just straight up.
Well, they're all kind of
well, let me be clear. I think that Duke is going to win the championship. Me and Michelle, we talked about it, and to do that, we're going to drone strike North Carolina.
Yeah. I think it's like he's a chill dude. The worst thing he did was like not doing much and just sort of like setting the ship.
He's a chill. It's not his fault. They drone strike. Like,
but the thing is, like, I kind of miss at least having a superficial president who was setting the ship. Like, at least don't embarrass us, bro. Like, come on.
Well,
like,
not to take
more than we are.
The pod in a schizo direction, but
shit, here we go.
I just got done reading. The Devil's Chessboard, which I really recommend.
Oh, I've read that.
What is that? The Devil's Chessboard fucking rocks.
Dulles, the,
it's a
CIA.
It's basically a biography of Alan Dulles,
the killer of JFK.
The guy who off JFK, and made you realize, like, damn, like any president who went against the grain a little bit, like the way JFK did. JFK was still a statist. He was still a neoliberal by any definition, but he went a little bit against the national security complex and didn't invade Cuba and didn't set off World War III on accident, and they shot his ass in the face. And then who comes in after Johnson? Nixon, who was a Dulles boy. But he pursued détente with the Soviets and then tried to gain energy independence, right? So take money away from the oil industry. And what happened to him? They fucking got his ass with Watergate. Just saying, anytime you go against the grain, even a little bit. So Obama,
Yeah.
I give him, maybe he went in there and he was like, I really do want to be an agent for change. And then he like looked around and he looked in some of the closets and saw some of those fucking skeletons. And he was like, I like this bracket for my March Madness. You know what I mean? He went like to that.
You guys don't
Kanye
strike
West
as
is
many
a
people as you
jackass.
want.
Yeah.
They all went superficial. No, he was different in the very appropriate, in the most appropriate ways. Like this is the most tolerable.
Yeah.
Ways to be different.
You've read it a lot more recently than me, so tell me if I'm wrong. But JFK kind of wanted to like dismantle the CIA, or at least take away a lot of power. So that's like a big reason why they're.
I'm scared to even be talking about this. Right now.
He fired Dulles, which was a good move. But like after he fires Alan Dulles,
They're like, listen.
Alan Dulles basically still runs the CIA, like without because as a way of showing just like, look, dude, you can fire me if you want, but like I'm the fucking head. Yeah, CIA is great. Yeah, you guys are. Thank you for all you've done in Afghanistan. Thank you for all you've done in Libya. Thank you so much for Panama. You know, there's just so many great
that
things.
song. I love that song.
Yes.
Wait, what were you talking about?
Please do not drone strike us.
But yeah, he's my Obama kind of takes the cake as my least favorite president of my lifetime, only because I
Really?
had such high expectations.
Oh.
And then that was the first time realizing like, oh, like whoever is president, like just doesn't matter.
It is interesting
really
we went
doesn't
from
matter.
someone who at least like
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Trump, on the other hand, great.
yeah on the face Obama was
All
like
in all, he just wants to build that wall.
Obama was like so like obviously like well presented and stuff to go from
he was
that
a man,
to Trump
bro.
is like crazy.
He was the man.
Yeah.
If we went
He
from
was
like
cool.
Bush to Trump, it's like all right, we went from idiot to like huge idiot.
He was at least
But-
like superficially cool, you know. He's so
Yeah.
cool that he made Joe Biden cool
Yeah. He made Joe Biden
by
a meme.
association.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's pretty crazy.
like people thought that. Remember, like there was all these memes on Facebook just like wanking to like their relationship.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so
They're like,
annoying.
oh, like top 10 reasons why. Like
Yeah.
Obama and Biden
Obama,
have
Biden's
the
bromance.
best bromance.
yeah, they got ice cream together.
They get ice cream.
Oh, dude, you would see those on like BuzzFeed. By the way, it's hilarious that the entirety of that media ecosystem collapsed. Fucking BuzzFeed out, Vice out, Salon out, all of those motherfuckers, all those listicle producing.
That's what they get
ass.
for not hiring us.
Yeah.
It's their problem, honestly.
Vice used to be good at one point, right?
Mojo.
Vice was pretty tight.
Vice was cool
I think Vice is
until
still
like
tight.
2014.
Yeah,
I feel like I always respect like Vice. Like even
Yeah.
if they kind of
They
jumped the
did sell out
shark.
a little bit, right? They kind of.
I mean, whatever.
No, they absolutely sold out.
Yeah.
You have to though,
They had
because
to.
once you like are expected to make more content, like you know, you can't make it
Yeah.
that good. You just start like,
Yeah.
you start,
The
you
guy
start,
who,
you start being like A24, bro.
Yeah, basically.
it's a recurring theme in this podcast.
Yeah, you get too big to fail. Also,
A24.
Obama reference there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey, you know it's kind of funny. I was walking by Moscone Center yesterday.
Moscone.
Moscone.
Sorry.
I knew that's why I turned before. That's what even
So
said
the
that.
E
I
isn't
knew he was
silent.
gonna
All
do
right.
that.
Well, I do want to know how to say it because I walk by it all the time. But the company Snowflake is like doing a data whatever convention. And anyways,
my God.
it just says Snowflake really big. And I think it's really funny that they're literally having a Snowflake conference in San
In San
Francisco.
Francisco.
It's like what people in Texas
Wait,
think
someone
we do.
take a picture and put it on Twitter.
I know. Yeah.
Feed it to the piranhas.
I did take a picture of it.
It's like taking it to the coyotes.
They're gonna
or
fucking
the,
eat that
What
up.
are the hyenas and fucking Lion King?
Oh my
It's
god,
like
that's
Twitter.
another subgenre of that's another subgenre of annoying conservative tweets is like random pictures of San Francisco and be like, see, this is what your liberal policies
Yeah.
would do, and it's always just like some dude
Hey,
on fentanyl.
I went to Civic Center yesterday, and they cleared all the homeless people out for about 8 hours. I didn't see anyone.
Yeah,
in the
I
Civic Center
intentionally went to the
plaza.
worst part of the city that everybody knows about. And here's what I saw. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
yeah, and then like there's like 10.
I didn't go anywhere else.
I walked up to a homeless man, and I saw one.
I only
There's
went as
18
far as I could use to validate this opinion I had.
There's like 18 of those guys whose profile picture is just them like this, like really up close.
In their fucking
Yeah.
car.
And they have, like, hats
their
in their
seatbelts
trucks.
on.
Yeah,
And
and
like-
they have Ray
They got
Bans
their
that wrap
Oakley's,
around.
Ray-Bans, they wish. They got Oakley's, bro.
Oakley's, yeah, the wraparound Oakleys.
Yeah, and then like you would never see it. You would never see this in Little Rock, and it's just like,
Those
yeah,
are
I'm
the
not
kind of
going to
people
Little Rock, buddy.
where
Like-
they would come to San Francisco and they see shit on the ground and they would purposely step in it just so they could say that they did.
Okay, but
They'd
what
be
I
like,
do
"Oh my
think
God."
though, I do think that for those people who do live in Little Rock, they probably really love their lives.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
yeah.
Like they ain't shit going on there. No one gives a fuck about you. You just chill. It's very slow.
doing your thing,
You go to
yeah.
work. You fucking listen to Garth Brooks and shit on your drive home.
Yeah, it's true.
You fucking watch Fox News with your wife and kids, and just they're all agree with you. You're all on the same page.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Your
Like,
neighbors are on the same page.
Ignorance is
Cousins,
bliss.
your brothers,
Personally,
you're all on the same page.
Yeah, dude.
personally, I would like borderline want to commit suicide if that was my life.
I
though.
mean,
I know, because you escaped the
would you?
mundanity of the Midwest.
Well, it's not even about just living in Nebraska. I'm just saying, like, if that was your life, what everything you said.
But how would you
like,
know? How would you know about anything else? You know what I mean? Like if that's just your life. That's how you're living.
Right, I guess
You have
it's
nothing to compare
obviously
it to.
like what you prefer. Like I just imagine me in that situation, and I would like the anxiety. I would have a heart attack
Yeah.
about like where
but
my life was.
yeah, for me, like, yeah,
would.
I'm just thankful that I'm not in that situation.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
'Cause that means, like-
I don't want to be there, but I'm glad someone does. Good for
Yeah,
them.
like that's fine. Whatever, if they're as long as they're not hurting anyone else.
Oh, they want to.
But yeah, exactly. I was gonna say
That's where it goes wrong, you know.
Just chilling.
Yeah, I was gonna say like yeah,
not-
live your
they're not
life, but
content
maybe
with just that.
yeah, maybe don't live like the hateful
But
parts.
maybe
of
they're
your life.
okay. So then maybe I'm overstating it. Maybe they're not that happy then, right? Because if you have so much ire to direct towards somebody,
Yeah.
you're probably getting fucked somehow.
Man, I don't know. I've never been. I've
yeah,
never been.
It probably sucks. Nah, it sucks, bro.
Yeah, I've never been to that part of the country. I don't
It
know.
sucks, dude.
I think the furthest south. I mean, I've
this-
been to
this-
Texas.
and they go on the
but-
internet and everyone talks about how stupid you are.
Yeah.
Everyone calls you inbred.
This
disregards
goes,
your
this goes
opinion.
baed to those people who like why they had to have prohibition. How fucking
What?
husbands would come home drunk and beat their wives. They fucking hated their life. They needed someone to take it out on.
Wait, so that's why they made alcohol illegal?
So we should get conservatives.
No, I'm just
drunk.
saying like this aligns. It just aligns with people like the average person like that. Like it doesn't just because they're living that life and it's simple doesn't mean they're.
I think
exactly
hatred
enjoying
is
it.
just like a
I hate
product.
to say it though, the Confederate national anthem is kind of a banger.
Well, how's it go?
Well, I think the Confederate.
That's an anthem.
Yeah, right. Doesn't it kind of go? It goes pretty hard.
Dude, I think the Confederate flag
Sounds like
looks
Leave It to
cool.
Beaver.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Confederate
it's
flag
not, I'm
looks
not like
good.
unwilling to say that. Like, obviously, it stood for something I obviously don't.
Oh, I
agree with.
remember. Yeah, you remember, you
But it
usually-
looks cool. Like,
Stars and bars.
it looks cool, and I think honestly, like, it's one of those things where it's like, now that I think about it, it's like, why? This is gonna sound so bad, but like, why would you put like progressive historical figures and symbols on products and sell them, and that's okay? But then like something because like you're just doing it because people think it looks cool at the end of the day, right? If you put it on product, like why? What's wrong with just selling stuff that looks like it has a Confederate? It looks cool, and by that way, by making it such a product, you strip it of its identity anyway. Like
Yeah,
like
you can
happens
let
to
it
everything
become something else,
That's the
yeah.
real way to win. Just feed it to the beast. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to see what they should be doing, what the establishment should be doing to take
just
down the
helping
Confederate
preserve,
flag.
like, the allure,
is that
yeah.
you should be putting like they should be hanging the Confederate flag next to like the gay pride flag for like Pride Month.
Yeah.
and just like take it from them.
Put it on a fucking sticker. Sell an
Oh,
Xbox
yeah.
cover that has it on.
Yeah,
Put it on your
why
license
not?
plate.
Take
put it on.
You got to reclaim it because otherwise it becomes like a
Make it
a
trite
calling
and
card
stupid.
for like certain types.
Feed
or
it to
like
the beast. Do what you did to Star Wars and Ford Motor
Okay,
Company.
this is obviously not the
fucking
same
The Boston
situation.
Celtics.
I want a Confederate flag Fortnite skin.
This is
fucking
now.
put your
Alright.
put your corporate fucking butt like dick right up there, right
This,
just right in
this
there.
obviously isn't the same situation, but that's
Take it
like,
all from that.
That's like saying Germany should just like fucking plaster like the swastika
No, because
everywhere.
Germany has already owned it, and it was never an issue. They were like, this
Yeah.
is bad from fucking day one.
Yeah, they're
There's
like,
no
hey, yeah, we
conflict
lost.
here.
Like, okay.
Right,
Even
but
though
they-
if you read
but-
the Devil's chessboard, there was like a ton of fucking ex-Nazis that escaped.
Okay,
and
but they
got
do
into-
have
But
laws.
otherwise, yeah.
They do have laws about where you can legally display a fucking
Yeah, but that's
swastika.
Germany, and we're the United States, and we're different countries. Like,
Yeah,
we're
right.
willing to sell anything.
Oh, do you not? I was on.
And because we do so, it takes the meaning of everything.
It's true. Yeah.
So do it to that. Like,
I don't see why not. Yeah.
put like
They
a
shouldn't make it-
Confederate general on syrup bottles. do to them.
oh my God.
Yeah, just do to them what they've done to us.
We're playing
Replace
Aunt
Aunt Jemima with
Aunt
Robert E.
Jemima,
Lee.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dude, that's fucking genius.
Yeah,
Why
don't put them
not?
on a school. Put them on a fucking product.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what they can buy.
Yeah, make him into a little cartoon.
Yeah.
that sells like breakfast cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, what? Yeah, that would do more to combat like the reverence of the rebel cause. and
Because
everything
like, yeah,
else.
you can't feed things what we do is we feed things that matter because we're all value-based shoppers, like so to speak. And after a while, it just be like, it just happens to the extent where it's squeezed all for profit and all the meaning's gone anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do that to stuff you actually care about, do the stuff you don't want to care about also.
Oh, I have an
Fuck
idea.
it.
I mean, there's probably a lot of people that don't want.
Eat.
There's probably a lot of people that don't want Robert E. Lee on their fucking syrup, though.
Okay. But yeah, not now, but eventually is what I'm saying.
First of all, first of that,
whatever,
the people don't know what they want until you show them.
Like I don't want like
we get like some influencer marketing behind it. We get some.
That was just an example.
So okay.
I don't literally want Robert E. Lee on a syrup product.
No, you know what I was thinking?
Maybe on some pancakes or something.
No, we do. We do.
Or some beer.
I'm just trying to have breakfast, and I'm just like, oh yeah, slavery.
Yeah, Robert E. Lee brew.
Yeah, why not?
He brewed. Oh, for coffee?
You know what I'm thinking? The minions go back in time and they actually end up in the Civil War and they're trying to help the Confederates, but like the more they help, the more they keep fucking it up. And like, it's just like Bugs Bunny like yeah. And you get a bunch of lovable rebel soldiers and like with the minions, like Robert E. Lee's just running around.
It was like one of them stuck him up with cannons.
Yeah, dude, that's great.
They're like, get out of the cannon, man.
Dude, we win it right there.
I was trying to load it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. And then like you get like,
and then you flash forward to today and it turns out they actually get like, you go, there's like a museum photo from like the Civil War, a painting, and it's like, what's that right there?
Yeah.
And then like the credits roll.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Dude, hell yeah. We can get like Martin Lawrence and Chris Rock to like voice escaped slaves. Dude, it's gonna be fucking sick.
I'd be down for that. That kind of reminds me of there's just you're talking about Romanians going back in time to the Civil War. There's this video game where the whole concept is you go back in time to like when we were fighting the Native Americans. Oh, but you have like modern day assault rifles.
Wait, what? What fucking game is this?
It's the wildest game I've ever seen.
Wait. What game is this?
The whole game is you're like in the 1700s and you just have like a holographic scope assault rifle.
Damn, what? What game is this?
I would have to look up the name.
Oof. Wait, what? Who made weird. This game?
I don't know. I can't believe it
kicked their ass.
Yeah,
I can't believe
what the
so
fuck?
tasteless.
You just go back and
it's borderline as tasteless as that level in Call of Duty where you
are
funny. A terrorist in an airport and you kill everyone.
Yeah, you literally just
no
like,
Russian.
Yeah, no Russian. You literally just open fire on a bunch of
It's
civilians.
basically that level of like just having an assault rifle versus Indians with
That's
bows,
true, huh? That was a huge
Americans.
deal too.
No, yeah. I really enjoyed that level 2 when I played it for the first time. I was like, oh, this is so sick.
I was like, this is great.
Like,
I mean, no, even at like 13, I was like, this feels gross.
No, not me. I was a psychopath. No, man.
I was like, all right.
You know what's funny? It's actually an interesting.
I didn't really think about it.
And it's an interesting social experiment because you can actually go through that entire level and not shoot a single person. Yeah. But everyone was like, nope. Just like open
Which is
fire.
not true. The other terrorists would be like, hey, why aren't you shooting anyone?
No, I think like you only have to shoot people until you get you only have to start shooting when the cops show up. So like still not great that you're killing Russian cops, but at least they have guns.
I see.
I don't think I did shoot them because I didn't know I could.
Oh, so maybe that's why
I just kind of like waited until the cop, and I was like, oh, I gotta fight some fools.
I mean, it's bad, but it's also like I've also played every Grand Theft Auto, and it's not much better. You know what I mean?
I think it's pretty bad.
It's way worse, bro.
It's so much worse.
But like in Grand Theft Auto, what's the first thing everyone does? You just start killing people until the cops come.
Right, but it's not like a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's pretty wild.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're still like gunning down civilians. I just feel like
Grand Theft Auto is so cartoonish, too.
That's true. I know Call of Duty was
there was a more recent the new like Modern Warfare remake. There was a controversial level where you play as like an Afghani child, and like and I forget what really happens, but basically that like it's so offensive how they're like, let's take these people's horrible lives and make a video game out of it. You'll go from house to house trying not to get murdered because you're in Afghanistan.
What is going on with gaming?
That's crazy. Dude, okay, gaming is in a. It's in a dark age.
It's a zombie for
AAA games. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's always like, but what about like indie games? Like, shut up, pussy.
I don't know.
You guys need the mainstream.
I think AAA games are good. It's just there's a lot of like shit.
People
that
really
clouds
hate
it.
AAA games though.
Yeah,
but the good ones are good.
You know what killed it?
I'm saying there's still like good AAA.
The second
games.
they flipped the switch and it's like everything has to be a live service. That's when I remember. I remember playing
live
Destiny
service.
2 and being blown away by how terrible it was.
Dude, fucking oh yeah, I never even played.
Wait,
that.
why?
Because it's like.
It's really bad.
Because I was playing it thinking, oh, this is just like a shooter. Like I should play this like I play Halo.
It's a grind.
And then I'm going through like the story missions, and it's like you don't know any of the characters. Nothing makes sense, and it's literally just like grind quests.
You just make numbers go up, Nathan.
Yeah, you just make numbers go up.
Talking about what's a story? Fuck
yeah,
you.
I was blown. I thought I was playing a thing, and I was like Halo.
But then
I love Halo. I never played Destiny.
I feel like this identity of the gaming industry has been pretty like salient for a while, and it makes me wonder. Again, it's just like, why do you guys keep playing? Like, stop buying them.
When kids are literally
not you, but just generally.
When kids are literally
buying them,
they're buying skins for $20.
I'm not talking about skins. I'm talking about adults.
But what
it's the thing. So it's the same reason. It's like, okay, I'm on record of saying this before my Facebook was zucked. I made a big post, but video gaming, playing modern games is not a hobby. It is an addiction.
Yeah.
It is the same mentality of someone who just is buying a pack a day. Like, you're going in there, they gotcha. It's the same thing as like the same mentality someone has when they go in and they're playing slot machines. You know what I mean? Like, there's no art to it. You're just addicted to making those numbers go up. You're addicted to the dopamine hit.
You get short-term dopamine hits of like constant like achievement.
So you're just that. You're just on that. So the games and how they're going to make the most money is tapping into that. So if they get like a basic mechanism down and then find a way to sell you bullshit on top of it, that's the games that are going to make $1 billion. Fortnite, good example.
And if people are buying skins for $20, why would you try?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
The people love their fucking slop. The people love slop. The people don't care. Like, the things that make you the most money have the least value. Like, it's artistically.
It's the lowest common denominator.
Lowest common denominator.
I remember the first time someone told me they bought a skin, and I was like, "All right, okay. Well, how much is it?" I was kind of like entertaining the idea of maybe I'll buy it, and they said $20, and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I think you said that wrong." Like,
dude, like
$20 for what? Like,
apparently the Patient Zero was like a horse cover in like Dark Souls or something like that. Or
Patient Zero, what's that?
Like the very first, like the big bang of microtransactions in video games, because it wasn't always this way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
like there used to be like you made a game that was like to tell a story in an interactive and fun and innovative way. And like the merit of the game was based off of like the gameplay mechanics and the world that you build, right? We're like, but then I think at some point, like one company or one game, one of those games, I forget which one, or like I think it was maybe like
the
Skyrim or something.
Yeah, no, okay.
But
so
like somebody they sold something. They offered something for sale that was purely aesthetic.
Let me say what it is.
And a lot of people bought it.
It was Oblivion, and they put out horse armor, and it cost like $10.
Oh.
It was just horse armor. Like your armor just had fucking like.
It didn't do anything though.
Oh god, I tried playing Oblivion in like 2018 out of boredom, and I was like, this game.
And that's back when games cost $50, not $60. And Oblivion, like it feels dated. Oblivion and behind, it feels pretty dated.
Yeah, I tried playing Morrowind too, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Morrowind might as well be like a point and click video game.
I just like, dude, I do not play video games that much.
Yeah, you don't. I play Smash and stuff.
Oh, you know, dude, I know
you still played way more games than I ever.
I've been meaning to talk about this on the pod. Like, I have a Switch Lite.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Advance Wars. Do you guys know what Advance Wars is?
Yeah.
So it's basically like a little, it's like a little like tanks and rockets. It's like a nice little fun strategy game. That's fun to play when I'm taking a shit.
It might as well be like a more complex version of the New York Times games.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm playing through the storyline, and it's all just like little maps where you fight the other guy's tanks. And then like the main characters are like the generals of the armies, and they're talking to each other like they're Pokemon gym leaders. They're talking to each other just like, I got you this time.
Like
I'm going to get way stronger than you. And like what they're doing is like committing like warfare against each other. Your troops are dying. You're blowing up like cities.
So you're
like
talking
tanks
about
are blowing
how it's
up.
so childish?
No, yeah. So like the dialogue is like Pokemon levels of childish, but like what's actually happening like in my head is just like people are dying.
And then you start shooting tanks at each other and it goes dun 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 dun.
It's like it's supposed to be taken seriously. Like your battleships blow up and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they got away with this. Like this is such a weird juxtaposition of
well, the nice thing about people paying $20 for skins though is that like that's how they compete inflation. Like games should cost way more money than they do.
No, it's true.
The fact that games have been $60 for like 10 years.
It's true.
They spend more money on games plus inflation. Yeah, it's still $60. So thank you, stupid Zoomers, for paying $20 for skins.
But what does that say about the like? How do you know they weren't overpriced to begin with?
Well, comically overpriced.
How do you know that the economies of scale that are afforded by like cloud technology and shit and like virtualization like made it cheaper?
Yeah,
not cheaper, but like
it's not cheaper. It's just now there's
more
DLC.
Efficient.
So like basically now they just sell games piecewise. So it's still $60 to get in, but the whole package is still.
There's also a lot of like shady practices. Like they'll sell a game that's like half done, and then knowing that we'll like sell them DLC and all that kind of shit.
Well, there was. I remember Civ
6 was like that.
A while back,
the vanilla Civ 6 was so like stripped down. There was like nothing.
To it. Yeah. A while back they tried to compete or like get rid of like used game sales because that was like cutting into their profit margin, right?
Yeah, of course.
And the way they did that is they would sell like a code with the game, and part of the game was like locked behind this one-time use code. So if you bought a used game, so I bought like used Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I was like, all right, let's play all the fucking maps online, and like I had like access to none of them because I was no code. But the maps were on the disc. You just needed a code to like unlock them.
Oh,
I think that's like the telltale sign of like an industry in decline is like that, where you realize they're doing everything besides improving the product.
Yeah,
like they're doing they're trying to do anything besides making good games.
Like maybe make a game people don't want to sell.
But then
they won't be
to the
used
point though,
copies.
I think like the consumers though, it's unfortunate though that they're like in this, they're trapped because their consumer base has evolved into like this very antisocial, like very dedicated, passionate user base that isn't going anywhere and wants a game that will like take their whole life away.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they want to
they
want some escapism where they just fucking grind away and.
Yeah,
they're like,
just
you can do so many things in this video game. Like, just shut up.
They want a game that
what the fuck's have to do with this? Like, video game is good or not?
They want a game that you can play for 1,000 hours, and any game you can play for 1,000 hours is not probably a good game.
Think of some of the best games ever made. At least like originally, the games that you feel like that people remember that really pushed the envelope more. Right?
That Dead or Alive game where they played volleyball in bikinis.
Oh, that's Dead or Alive.
They gave the beach volleyball. They gave the breast realistic physics.
Yeah.
All the nerds would talk about that.
Physics.
They're like I can't believe a man would walk into a fucking like E3 or GameStop
and like play
or
the
EB,
demo of
EB
that.
Games or a GameStop.
You can't.
And buy it. You know, like pick it up and take it to the counter in front of the 17-year-old.
Have you seen the people who buy those games? They don't care.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Well, they should.
You wouldn't.
They should be.
And that's what I'm saying though. Those are gamers now,
shame,
and they don't want games that you can just pick up and play and put down. You know, they want something that they just play.
Just take over your whole life.
Fucking day, bro. You can't just play like Burnout. Remember Burnout where you just drive a car really fucking fast?
Man, when I remember
the whole thing.
I remember when Dead or Alive like 5 or something, the most recent one came out. They toned down like the jiggle physics in Japan, and everyone was really mad about it.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. You can't do that to the Japanese.
They had like a Japanese version.
Do you guys know what Gamergate is? What's Gamergate?
I know what Gamergate is.
So Gamergate is basically, if I'm remembering right, basically some women in gaming, because it was very sexist thing, and they were like putting out reviews for like games, and I think they originally complained about like rightfully so how like dudes in video games are like not sexualized and they're like the strong character, whereas the chick is kind of just like, you know, a piece of candy basically, and you like see their tits. You play as Tomb Raider, right? And she's like running around the jungle in like no clothes and shit. Of course. And they were like mad about that. And then like basically a bunch of dudes who like probably hate women because they think women hate them because they're probably like just really off-putting. They were like, well, no, blah blah blah, and they basically just went to 4chan and was like, hey 4chan, harass the fuck out of these women, so they stopped. They get out of gaming.
Damn.
That was what Gamergate is.
From
Anyways,
what I remember, there was a female game developer who had like a big online following on like Twitter or something, and then she got caught like fucking some dude for a good review or something.
Oh,
something like that.
She had a sexual relationship with a games journalist.
Oh my God.
So she was having sex with a games journalist.
How hard do you have to fail at every other kind of journalism before you fall on game?
You know what games journalism is? You sit at a computer and you wait for an email to come in that you then repost on Twitter.
I just think you have sex with people in the same industry as you a lot of times.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't think it really goes that far.
Yeah, but I remember Gamergate being
I don't think it does either.
Embarrassing deal for a while.
Wait, so like what happened? I don't get it. They like harassed this lady.
Basically, just women came into gaming and people were like, it was, you know, it's part of like the PC movement and stuff. And like gamers were like, no, you're not going to infest our culture with this PC bullshit. Get out of here. This is like a man's thing. And so they just like tried to harass the women.
There are some videos. Yeah, there's videos where guys react to like video game trailers and stuff, and they react to like the feminist quote unquote aspects to it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
They are like the level of like petulance and just like sheer emotion that they have over something. So
in Starfield, you could be
like I played a video game where I was a purple dragon, dog.
Yeah.
I don't think I really care.
In Starfield, you could be non-binary, and people got really upset about that.
Of course they did.
Wait,
Starfield,
but you have the option to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you have the option.
Exactly.
You have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like they've always had the
Like you have the option to purple dragon.
I'm mad, dude.
You could be gay in like Knights of the Old Republic. Like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you can, like he was just like, oh,
Really? What can I play?
yeah,
that
you
on?
can if you're a female character in Knights of the Old Republic, you can romance the cat lady. I forget.
Why
her
not
name.
if you're a man? Why
I
can't you
don't
be
know.
gay as a man?
If you're the man, you can fall
Why
in
is
love
that?
with
That's
Bastila.
sexist. You can't be gay as a man.
No, you can't be gay as a man. That was one step. You can be a lesbian in 2004 gaming, but you could not be.
Rad.
A gay
Yeah, you
man.
could be a
Thanks,
lesbian
Girls
in,
Gone
in
Wild.
like Mass Effect or something.
Just
You
Thanks
can
to
be,
Girls
you can be
Gone
gay as
Wild,
fucking
dude.
You
in
be
Mass
gay?
Effect. You can
Or
be gay. You can be
as a
in-
man?
As a man. In
Oh, I
Mass
thought it
Effect.
was only lesbian.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. You can be pretty gay.
Well,
in Mass
I'm
Effect.
glad for that. It was good.
So yeah,
Mass Effect was also a very
Personally,
good
I
game.
would go the lesbian route, but I
was
like
weird.
that the other option is there too.
I feel like my YouTube algorithm like overlap with like Gamergate people, so they reference it sometimes. I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well,
are
it's
these
probably
guys
because that
talking
one
Yeah.
time,
about? I'd look it up and I'd be like,
dude, it's
"What?" Like,
probably,
wait, what?
it's probably because that one time we watched that furry.
I just don't
video.
understand why anyone outside of the situation that's directly involved would have an opinion on it.
We watched like a 30-minute video about like an internal like furry drama. That's probably what got you.
Oh, I remember.
We did.
We did. Remember when
Well, at
friend
your
was here?
place.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was the furry drama? I forgot.
It was just like it
Not
was
worth
like
remembering.
really specific. Yeah, it was like really specific. Like they're like, and then Brittany called like Alice a bitch.
Yeah, there's
you know?
like
It was just,
Twitter
like-
beef and stuff,
yeah,
right?
There's like internal beef in the furry community. Which, by the way, like 2 weeks ago, I went to Safeway,
yeah.
and there must have been like I think there was a. I should have looked it up, but there must have been a furry convention at Chase.
There was a furry meetup in Japantown.
Oh, okay, yeah, because there was
Real
like a
big one.
dude.
How do
I
you know,
walked into
Nathan?
Safeway, and this
How do
is
you know, Nathan?
I was there.
This is a weird Safeway, and there's weird people there. So I saw a
The
guy.
one near Japantown?
No, the one by the Oracle Park, and then he had like rabbit ears on, and like a
Couch.
tail,
Yeah.
like a tail, and I was just like, that's really weird, but okay. And I saw like 5 more, and I was like, okay, I'm the weird one. Fuck
Yeah, dude. I guess where's your tail?
I know, right? I was
That's
there, I was
okay.
sorry. I didn't get
As
the
far as
memo.
San Francisco Safeway goes, they're all terrible except for the Diamond Heights one. The Diamond
that
Heights
I
one
live
right
near,
here,
baby.
beautiful.
Oh, really?
But the one
Damn.
next to Caltrain, revolting.
Yeah,
one of
very
the
bad.
one of the worst Safeways I've ever been
Yep.
to. The one on Market Street,
Just-
equally disgusting and crime
one on-
ridden.
oh, yeah, oh,
There's
yeah.
one in the Excelsior. That one time I saw like a sting. I was so upset that I saw my like fucking tax dollars like get lit on fire in a pile in front of me. There was like 10 cops doing stings for like people shoplifting small amounts. Like, this was shoplifting like eggs
From a Safeway?
From a Safeway, and like there was like
What?
5 cops arresting some homeless looking dude. I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing?
That's crazy.
Dude, one
like-
time,
Don't you have security cards?
One time
for
I
this?
was at Target in SF, one of the Targets here, and I saw like a cop or a security, someone catch a kid trying to steal stuff walking out, right?
Really?
Damn.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, this fool got fucking picked up. What a chump. How'd you get caught? And I was thinking, I had a fleeting thought. I was like, I should offer to like pay for it so you can go free at least. You know? I was like,
But
let me
he
get this
didn't
guy
do
hooked. Well. So I was like, let me see what this guy stole.
Yeah, what was
But he
it?
still-
And they pulled out like among other things, there's a couple like small trinkets or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. And they pull out like a fucking pair of Beats by Dre. And I was like, sorry, bro.
Sorry, that's over my limit.
I was like, you didn't really learn, dog.
I saw like a group of like of 5 kids run out the back entrance of Safeway like a month ago.
Yeah, good for
like I
them.
was just walking and then just the door flung open. They just like ran with a bunch of shit, and I was like, cool. And I just
Yeah.
kept walking out.
When I was like 16, I got caught stealing liquor from a Lucky's, and like I actually,
my God.
I got. They called the cops and everything, but I sweet talked my way out of getting in trouble.
You white
I
talked
was just
your way?
like,
What'd you say?
I white talked my way. I white boyed my way out of that one. I was like, look, guys, there. I literally told them this. Like, there's this girl. I was just trying to impress her. We wanted to get liquor, and they're all like, the cop literally at one point put his hand on my shoulder and was like, look, dude, we've all been there. We get it. The
Go
store
get 'em.
manager was like, look, we're not gonna press charges. It's not a big deal. Let's just take him home. But they made me call my mom, and then the second I got home, my mom walked out and started beating the shit out of me in
Wait,
front of
really?
the cop. Yeah,
Oh.
and my mom. And then the cop was like, "Wait, you can't do that in front of me."
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Wait till I leave.
Yeah. Wait till I leave.
Man, wait till I leave. It's so funny. Wait, so was it? What was worse, the fact that you stole it or the fact there was alcohol?
Like, why did my mom beat me up?
Well, what was
sure
the
there was
cop?
a confluence
more
of
upset
both.
no.
about?
I mean, like, because it's like if you get caught
That's
stealing,
interesting.
like they have to
Right.
pull you over.
But it's
They have to
interesting
stop
that's,
you,
that's
obviously.
also like something that you're not legally allowed to even buy.
Oh yeah, because I was also like 16, 17 at the time. I was 28.
I got caught stealing. I got caught stealing from Walmart.
Hey, we all got to go through it.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
gets-
I've
I've
never
never
been
been
caught stealing.
You've never been caught.
Were you
But
like
I've
taken?
I'm stolen.
Wait, how did you get caught?
So one of the, I guess that Safeway or Lucky's, I forget what it was, had a problem, and they had like undercover people
Yeah,
that just
that's
looked
how I
like
got
undercover
caught.
shoppers.
Yep.
Oh, loss prevention.
Loss prevention guys.
So
they
if this
fucking
is the
got me.
door, I was right here, and like someone touched me. Was like, I know that you have merchandise you haven't paid for. You need to come with me. And like in that moment, I was like,
I should just run.
but in my mind, I was like, they can't do anything if I leave. But like, I was a little pussy, and I was just like, it's not worth the risk.
It's fine.
So I went with them, and they took me to the back room, and my brother was with me, and they were like, "Who'd you come here with?" And I ain't no rat, so I was like, "I walked here, bro. I walked here."
That's what we paid you by.
And they were like, they were kind of like trying to intimidate me and shit, and I was just like, I was like 15 minutes past, and I was like, you guys are the cops. I'm gonna like leave. What are you doing?
Oh yeah.
And so then I
Wait,
left.
what are they doing? Like,
I think
Playing
they were
rock,
getting
paper,
my
scissors?
information and stuff to like put me on like don't
Yeah,
fucking
just
tell this guy
leave. Yeah,
list or
they
something.
can't detain you. They're fucking.
So
like,
anyway, well,
guys
so then
who
I
work at
go-
a
they're
Walmart.
trying to sweet talk their way into some drumsticks at the hot food bar.
so then I go home. Like I go to the parking lot to go home with my brother or whatever, and we don't say shit to my parents. And then like a week later, I just hear my mom go, Jacob Richard Stinson, and I
So
guess
his name is Dick.
yeah, my middle name is Dick. Yeah, I guess Walmart like sent like a letter to me saying like I had to pay him like $200 or something, or they're gonna press charges. And my mom opened that.
Oh damn.
And I don't really understand the legality of whatever that was, but it did feel like they blackmailed me.
Yeah,
You
you
didn't tell
just
them
got
your address
blackmailed
was
by
123 Fake Street?
Why did you just make it up? Yeah. Oh, I guess you had an ID
I
on
gave
you.
him my driver's license.
Why?
Yeah. I told you I was being a pussy
Yeah,
about
fair
it.
There's a
Yeah.
classic Simpsons episode where they keep saying that address throughout the episode. It's like a
1, 2,
fake
3, 4,
address.
5.
It ends up being the address of like where like the climax of the like where they need to be.
Oh damn.
1, 2, 3 Fake Street ends up being exactly where like they needed to be.
Yeah, I guess, okay, if I was 17 or lower, I would have ran, but I was 18. So I was like, am I going to like...
What? I would have been gone
Yeah, I
as an
would've been
adult. I was
even
like,
faster,
What,
yeah.
what are you gonna do? 15-year-old fucking knock your ass out?
Yeah,
No,
dude.
bitch. I'd stand right outside and be like, come outside. Then. Come
Yeah, that's
tackle me.
rough.
Wait, no, I mean if I was under 18, because then whatever, you're like a kid.
Dude,
or
when
whatever.
I worked at Walmart after high school, the summer after high school.
I wanted to, but I stole between my interview and when they offered me.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not kidding.
This
Yeah.
fucking
So
guy.
then when they offered me, I was like, I'm just not gonna respond.
Dude, I got that job the
Oh,
old
shit.
fashioned way. That's how like Frozen in Time my hometown kind of was. Where like
What's the
I
old-fashioned
applied,
way?
but I like, went in person to like
In a suit?
I applied, I gave them my like when I turned in my application, I was like, can I speak to like a manager?
You
know,
got
like,
a job.
I
Nice.
spoke to the lady, and like
You-
was like, here's my fucking
You got a job how
application.
every boomer says that we're supposed to get
Yep,
jobs.
so
Yeah.
good old blue collar dream, baby. That job sucked, but I bring that.
So you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
Oh yeah, sure did. $8 an hour, baby, looking
Dude.
good. Hey, time and a half on Sundays, though, 'cause that's the Lord's Day, baby. I love working Sunday, my fucking heathen ass. I've been there like 12 hours, like 12-hour shifts on. You get paid time and a half
On Sunday?
because it's like a church day. Yeah,
That's
What?
pretty cool.
yeah.
I didn't get paid more for working on Easter.
Maybe it's like a California law thing because California has
Probably.
a bunch of fucking crazy labor laws.
Dude, they made us watch these like anti-union videos in our training.
Yeah, they did the same thing to me at Home Depot.
I know.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
Home
is it-
Depot?
isn't
Yeah, I
that-
worked at Home
wait.
Depot in college for a little bit.
The one in Colma?
Yeah, no, the Home Depot Pro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What?
Though there's a Home
fuck
Depot
is
Pro
that?
in Colma that caters to
Professionals?
it caters to
Yeah.
contractors and stuff.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
So you
Wait,
can go there and you can buy like giant, like big ass order pallets of like like drywall and all that other shit.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
good.
You really do feel a certain way when you walk into a Walmart. It's very dirty. Like you walk into Walmart and you come out feeling a little
yeah.
worse, but you walk into a Target and the quality of the goods is more or less equal. The Target proprietary stuff, pretty good. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of cheap Chinese shit. But the way they put together a Target, the
Yeah.
lighting, the way you feel in a Target is
Man.
so different.
Dude,
than
it all
Walmart.
the best indicator to me, or like the core indicator of this difference, is the shopping carts.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the shopping cart at Walmart, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Fucking
wiry
metal and
clunky.
shit.
that can suck,
There's always
yeah.
one wheel I
You
doing
get that,
this.
you get that
Yeah,
Target
yeah.
one one, it's all plasticky and futuristic
Yeah.
and
Oh,
yeah.
smooth.
It's
You
like,
can fucking turn that bitch on a dime,
Yeah.
bro. Like you can.
Oh my god, I
Wait,
was at,
did you guys have a moment where you went from Walmart to Target? Like you're like, fuck Walmart, and you started
no,
going to
because
I got a job.
I grew up around here and there is no Walmart.
Oh, there's only a Walmart in South Bay. Yeah.
yeah, there's no Walmart.
He
around
grew
here,
up
so-
and he's too close to San Francisco. Your proximity to San Francisco was too close.
Yeah.
I only switched to Target about like 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Look at
suck,
you on the
bro.
way up.
Get outta
man.
here.
Congrats.
No, I like Walmarts because
I don't.
like, dude, they
Okay.
are so
Big.
cheap.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is fucking insane.
Hey, remember
it's like
when-
arbitrage for us? Like if you live in San Francisco, make San Francisco money, and you like drive to go to a fucking Walmart, like you're on plus
Yes.
territory.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
like there's shampoo there for like $2. You know what I'm saying? It's like, holy
remember
shit.
when
when
you
I go
buy
buy shampoo, it's like $7. I'm in these
Easy.
stupid ass city ones.
Remember when you could buy
Yeah.
Champion like sweatshirts and t-shirts there for like $10, and then everyone randomly decided Champion was cool now, and now it costs like
yeah,
40.
that happens all the time. I have a,
That was fucking Walmart clothes.
I have a champion sweater that like some artist that I like did a design on, and it's very, very comfortable sweater.
That's awesome.
When
But
you-
it's too vibrant of a color that I can't really wear it, which annoys me. I'll bring it in when
it's
you
too
guys show
loud.
you.
Like what color is
It's
it?
way too loud. Yeah, it's
what
like
is
it's
it?
like a cloudy white. It's like baby blue and white, and there's like a figure in the middle.
The Champion figure or what?
No. It's a champion hoodie. You can only tell it's champion by the little
okay.
thing right here. I'll bring it in one of these days. Don't worry. I'm not going to describe a sweater for our podcast audience.
when
I wouldn't
dressing
mind
like
that.
a rich person gets too played out, people just dress like poor people.
Yeah, just people just like shit.
Yeah, it's just like the poorest.
Not me.
Let's do street. They'll call it street fashion.
I do.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, those streetwear brands.
That'll
are
be
so fucking expensive,
please.
I do.
streetwear?
I do own Champion
God.
clothes from pre when it got expensive. That's my history.
I just never
Nice.
liked the quality.
Yeah,
So I don't-
me neither.
I
I
don't
was
own
just
any.
cheap. You know.
But maybe it's better now.
This was
It's more
Walmart
expensive.
days. Back in my Walmart days.
Dude, Walmart clothes isn't too bad.
I mean,
I mean,
sure.
yeah,
There's some
You get
items
what
that
you
I've
pay
had
for,
from
but
I
yeah.
had from Walmart for like a long time. Because I think they're investing in that too. I think like, you know,
Also,
like I think the
Dickies.
perception that Walmart is
Wranglers.
like a total like hick brand is probably like a little different now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like they still don't look different, that you know, whatever, but like their products are not terrible.
And you know, I should.
in a world where I think some companies are
In a
expanding their
world.
inventory a little too much
yeah.
to anyone who's willing to fucking like, you know, like sell something through their platform to where like the quality gets like questionable. But at least Walmart has that. Like there's like consistency in there. What
Sure.
what they have.
Some pretty good memories of Walmart though. Just sitting there.
Everything there is
at the-
usable at the core base level. You know what I mean? Like it at least like kind of serves its purpose.
Yeah, I guess
Whereas
so.
you, on the internet, you never really know something.
I would just go there to play GameCube.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, you can
Remember
go and
those,
hang
dude?
out,
Those TVs
yeah.
are way
For
too
the
high.
longest time,
Yeah.
when,
You're always like,
for the longest time, when Guitar Hero was popular, I got really good at it. I would go to the Best Buy basically just to show off. I was such a fucking.
oh,
nerd.
me too, me too.
Jesus
Yeah, I do that
Christ,
too.
yeah.
I'd go there and be like,
Guitar Hero
step
3.
aside.
Guitar Hero 3 was at Best Buy.
Yeah. Yep.
I had Guitar Hero 3 for the Wii.
Even flow.
Some like middle-aged woman would be like, "Wow, he's so good." I was like,
yeah, girl. Yeah, you
I
wanna
got
come back?
groupies now. click, 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 click.
That was the beginning of the end kind of video games for me. I remember being really into the Wii, and then I played the 360,
Yeah,
and
I
after that, I
was-
just fell off.
I was really into the Wii too, and then I realized there's no good games for it.
There's zero good.
I got
games.
really sad.
Yeah, the Wii was the Wii annoyed me. I would say actually, I was like, "This
I
is
liked
cool, but I
Wii-
don't care."
There's a lot of novelty to it. There was just like, look, you can play like
Wii
you can play
Sports,
tennis with
Wii
the fucking
Sports was
remote.
cool. It
Wii
was
Sports
fun.
is
Yeah,
tight,
Especially for the time that came out in like 2007.
the Wii should have
That's
cost
crazy, yeah.
$25 and just came
Yeah.
just been like, or it would just been like $80. Like call it a deluxe edition of Wii Sports, and that's all it could do.
But to be fair, that
That's
like,
all it should have been.
but like researching that technology at the time probably did cost a lot of money.
Hey, look, we also got the worst Smash Bros. game. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
pretty cool.
Ultimate.
Brawl was
Ultimate.
terrible.
We got like the worst Mario Kart game. We got like the worst all of these.
What Mario Kart 8?
I feel like the Wii sold an absurd.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Like
that
an
did
absurd
buku bucks.
Well, because
Like
it
consoles.
goes beyond gamers. It's like
And-
for like families who are like, oh, it's like their little. It's like buying Trivia Pursuit.
That's true.
Like,
no,
it's just
no,
a
it
thing
really
to do
did.
with
It,
your family.
it looped in like the
Yeah.
family aspect of
Dude,
it.
I played fucking billiards or pool on Wii Sports with like my brother's girlfriend's grandpa who was like 80 years old. And it was
nice.
tight. It was a beautiful moment. I remember. I was like, wow, this is tight. Because we were playing pool. And then he won because I like kind of threw. And I remember he was like, my game. And I was like, hell yeah. That's why I threw it just so I could hear that. Yeah. He's like, my game. No, the thing is like, so the Wii sold an absurd amount of consoles, right? Mm-hmm. And it's still like not even close to like the number of the PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, of course, man.
I mean, it's close, but like not really. Like the PlayStation 2 sold 1.5x basically what the Wii sold.
Well, I feel like that's because like that generation was like the first like somewhat modern, and then the PlayStation was the most popular.
Well, what killed the place, what made the PlayStation 2 really popular was actually the cheapest DVD player you could get for a long time.
So there's this thing, right? Yeah.
Shit.
So there's
Same with PlayStation 3.
So I'm very critical.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, it's because Sony. Like,
oh wait, what? And dude, like Xbox hella failed because Xbox tried to do UHD or whatever whatever the competitor.
UHD just went away with the format.
Went away with the PS3.
Yeah, for PS3, and that was like it cost so much money, but it was like, well, you get a Blu-ray player, and at the time, a Bluray player cost like $300.
My PlayStation 3 is still my primary Blu-ray player here in this
You have a
apartment.
PS3?
Yeah, it's in the closet.
Nice. That's
No,
it.
dude,
Yeah,
But like, how often do you play a Blu-ray?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any physical media.
You gotta
outside
get
of,
on that, bro.
I know. I'm
Clock
too
is
reliant
ticking,
on
bro.
streaming.
We're not gonna take it.
No, because it would also be cool to just like display because I'm as you picked up by the fact that I talk a lot on this podcast. I'm a huge narcissist, so it would be nice to like have a display of like, oh, look at my amazing taste in movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like having a poster on the wall.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like having that.
But like
over
you can't
there.
have posters
look at
on
that
the wall
vinyl right
as an
there.
adult
Look at that.
anymore.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, look right there.
They can get a holder
There's
for
a
whatever
poster
movie
right
you're
there of a
watching.
music artist. There's a blood incantation one over there.
Dude. Hey, what time are we at, folks?
I think we're
Yeah,
good.
we're an hour and 15. That's long enough if you need to go. What time is it?
I guess I do need to order dinner at some point. Oh, by the way. Wait, did we talk about this already? How Furiosa bombed? No, but we have.
Oh yeah, you fucking pigs! You disgusting fucking animals! How dare you not go see Furiosa? That
Dude.
fucking movie rocked. I know you guys were way.
I rewatched Fury Road this past week.
Yeah,
I was like 50 minutes, and I was like, this movie's way fucking better.
I made the
than
mistake of rewatching Fury Road a
that movie.
week before.
Shit's
seeing
all
Furiosa.
over Furiosa, bro. But I'm up here. It's a
good.
different movie, different appeal. If you like the story, I respect that. That's cool, man.
to me, they're in the same stratosphere. They're in the same like.
we
I don't
rewatched Fury
think
Road.
so.
I've rewatched Fury Road like 50
No, do it
times.
again.
Troy likes
Do it
that.
now.
I don't think
Do it
Furiosa
now.
is as bad as how it performed, but like
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I don't think
Yeah,
it
that was weird.
deserves.
That
to do
motherfucker,
well,
it almost
but-
lost to Garfield.
That made me.
Why are you coming out with a Garfield movie in
Is it Chris
2024?
Pratt Garfield? No,
Yeah,
wait,
Chris
no, it's
Pratt
not.
is Garfield.
I was just
Someone.
I was just joking.
No, it's Chris Pratt. Wait, no.
Yeah,
Let me
Chris
see.
Pratt is Garfield. Yes,
No, he's
because-
not.
Yes,
No,
he
please,
is.
Please,
I
bro.
1000%
Please, bro.
guarantee.
There's no way this was Mario
Pratt is
and the Lego
Garfield,
guy
yes.
and Star Lord and
No,
fucking-
Chris Pratt's the voice of Garfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, imagine Furiosa though when something bad happens to her in the movie, she just goes.
Oh, also
Mondays.
Snoop Dogg has a voice cameo in it. How did this
Wait,
not
really?
make $1 billion?
Which movie? Furiosa?
No, Garfield.
Furiosa.
Witness me, y'all.
He's a
Oh, wizardy dizzity.
Hell yeah.
Damn, my nizzle, that was close.
I don't know why. Sometimes in my head,
I wanted to say the N-word
really
so
stupid,
bad.
really stupid things
Fuck you.
make me laugh, and I always think about like an older black guy reading Garfield comics and getting upset at them.
Now I'm on my way.
Yeah, he's just like Garfield, how you gonna treat John Arbuckle like that? John, how you gonna let a cat speak to you in that manner? You are a grown man. Let me put this down right now. Hold on.
Well, Garfield, he just does whatever.
You making my blood pressures go right now, John Arbuckle. Stand up for yourself.
I don't know. I'm
You
just
letting Odie just get kicked around.
It's like a little bitch.
It's guys like that led to Garfield outperforming.
Speaking of someone like who does comics, like getting really charged up. Did you guys know that the Dilbert guy is like mega conservative.
Scott Adams.
Dude, yeah. You got the Dilbert book right here, bro.
Yeah, and it's funny though. He's funny.
Is there any hints to his future?
As a Trump guy.
future as a
I
Trump
think if
guy
you're just a
now?
rich.
I mean, if
dude,
you're
you know,
just-
he was
yeah.
also married to like a 24-year-old like supermodel chick who left him, and I'm like, it just didn't make sense. Like,
This
what
fool
do you
just
think
took
was gonna
just took so many L's. It's been crazy seeing his downward spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
wasn't
like,
the thing
at a
that-
certain point, I feel like we just shouldn't even associate with them.
Yeah,
anymore.
his
Like,
thing is that
Yeah.
what broke him is that like
what broke him?
someone I don't know. Basically, he's basically suggesting that like if black people don't like white people, then you just shouldn't come around us.
Wow.
And it was like, whoa, hold up, bro.
It's
Hey,
just
man.
like, I mean, technically, I guess, all right, but like, why would you?
But why would you support that? You should work towards coming
Just like say
together.
that out loud.
just be
Yeah,
quiet,
that too.
bro?
Yeah.
Just like shut up. Man.
That's just someone who's bored as fuck. Like he has like AI fucking draw.
I feel like you're
it has
losing,
nothing to do.
you're losing relevance. Maybe you're getting a little older. Your opinions are you're getting more entrenched in your ways. You're getting more and more often into like these echo chambers online because you have less social activity, presumably. So then you're just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're used to
Yeah.
people giving a fuck what you think.
But
Yeah.
I do like to
You make
imagine.
Dilbert, for God's
But I do
sake.
like to imagine. I like to
I
imagine if maybe he like shut the fuck up about his conservative values and then kept making Dilbert, but then slowly Dilbert kind of you could tell like, wait, is Dilbert like alt right?
Dilbert started
through the
becoming-
comics.
like
People were
white
like, those
nationalist
comics.
Dilbert. Like,
Yeah. They're like, those comics suck
sucked
anyway. And like, to be fair, I feel like the book he wrote is very funny, but I personally, I didn't really think Dilbert was that
No,
funny.
of course not.
Like,
None of those comic strips are. You ever try reading a Garfield comic strip?
I think when I was
There's
younger,
not even a punchline.
when I was young, I like convinced myself that they were good.
Yeah, no, it's just
man.
like no, like, this would be
Yeah, it's so
this would be a conservative Dilbert. This is a Dilbert comic, but I'm gonna make him conservative.
All these non sequiturs,
Yeah.
and you like reread it over and over again. You're just like, wait,
I mean, it's
am I
just
missing
stupid, like
something?
really quick stuff. Like Dilbert would be like, "Oh, there's a Trump rally on Saturday," and the boss comes, it's like, "Dilbert, I need you to work Saturday," and he goes, "Oh." And
Wait,
that's it.
no.
Yeah, it's literally as
he
funny
make
as
them?
they
No, I'm
get.
just saying that that's like something
better than
that-
most Dilbert
That's basically what every Dilbert thing is, but not so conservative.
No, dude,
Dilbert-
they should make like Dilbert becomes conservative and like Garfield becomes like trans or something.
Didn't he? I think there was a Dilbert cartoon about like. Wait, I'm gonna look this up. before we get off.
Garfield, there's
Like-
only two genders.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John.
John's a transphobe.
Sorry.
Stop
hell yeah.
screaming in my apartment.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, John.
Goddamn. Dude, all right.
You're charged up.
$2 billion IP ideas that came out of this podcast. Trans Garfield and the Minions help the Confederacy win the war.
Hey, I want to see a bunch of minions load up some of my muskets.
Yeah.
They'd just be like the reloading. They would just like hand them the musket, they'd reload it. They'd be like, how are they shooting so quickly?
Yeah.
Like, that was the Union would
Scott Adams' quote was,
Dude, yeah, bro, it's amazing.
the Union would be like, did they invent machine guns?
great idea.
No, they have minions.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a great idea.
Scott Adams'
What?
quote that he said was,
what is it? I can't wait for this.
"It makes no sense to help Black Americans if you're white."
Wait, there's got to be more than that, right?
I mean, he said more, but like that was
That's
like
pretty
the-
much, yeah.
that's-
You do need
Do you
more,
need
Jacob.
more?
Is that not enough for you to say?
Let's wait, hold on, let's come out. Let's hear him out a bit.
Well, hold on. What are his talking points?
Oh,
No, yeah, I'm just curious, like,
The
what?
prevalence of Jacob's roofs on this podcast.
I'm just
Uncanny
curious.
at times.
I'm just curious. What is the driving
Mildly
force
unnerving.
of such racism?
You tell me, bro.
what did
You
they
seem to
do?
be into
yeah. What the fuck, Scott Adams? Like, you have lived a charmed life.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I
you
see what
drew
you're saying.
Dilbert. What could possibly
like,
be
what
giving you
happened?
these like insane racial ideologies?
I think it's just someone who's really bored and is terminally online. That's what
Yeah,
yeah, no, like exactly like Shane said. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
and
kinda like-
you're cranky and old, so and your
Yeah.
dick doesn't work,
Right.
and your wife left you.
and like and
very
like,
hot wife.
Well,
too,
and like your
yeah.
whole value is like the fact that you're kind of famous. Otherwise, he's kind of like a weird loser, right? So he's probably on Twitter posting a lot. So he probably gets like a lot of hate posts, and then
I feel like it's
he just
like,
becomes a part of it, and
I
then he
think-
gets mad at a group,
yeah.
right?
I mean,
I
I
don't
feel
know what's
like
going on, man.
you know, there's there's a large cohort of people like that he just latched onto. He's probably,
He's a grifter too. He was actually like one of the first like quote unquote celebrities. Again, this man made Dilbert.
How did he grift?
Let's be liberal with the term celebrity
Did he
here.
make NFTs?
But he was like in like before anyone else, he was just like, hey, I think Trump's gonna win. He was actually like the canary in the coal mine for like Trump winning
for the 2016.
Yeah, but he was talking about that. Like the second Trump announced, he was like, oh, this guy's gonna take it. And
Well,
like,
that's a man who understands America. He writes comics.
Yeah, he
for
writes-
all of
yeah, he
them.
writes
He knows what they like.
yeah, and it's he understands what the common American likes, and if comic strips are anything to go by, it's garbage.
Absolute
It's
shit.
shit. It's
well, and, like,
fucking
this whole thing is like
bottom of the
his
barrel.
cynicism is like the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
probably like in line with being like.
It's funny. I was just thinking about because Dilbert is of this vein where it's like 90s sort of like I hate my office job.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
everyone kind of like office spaces like that.
Yeah.
But those don't really hit these days because a lot of people don't even have that. They wish they had the stability of like a shitty office job.
Yeah, back
But
then
that's not even open up to them.
Back then, their biggest complaint was, "I hate my nice white collar job."
Yeah, I know.
What you think? Because
It was like Fight Club. Like, oh, he has a fine, nice, stable job, or he probably has enough money to like go on
Oh, yeah.
vacations and stuff.
He's like, his
not
biggest
really a
problem
radical
is that he had a nice apartment.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god,
Shut up, pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck.
But the thing is,
nice
like, I feel like
apartment.
the Fight Club, the book, is kind of saying that too. Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not supposed to like Tyler Durden. You're supposed to be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dumbass?
He's,
Like,
he's literally.
Well, you watch the movie, like,
terrorist.
you're not
I
really
mean,
supposed to like him either, but people
but you
didn't.
get it. But you get
Yeah.
it though. At the same time, it's
Well,
like,
because he's also there's Brad Pitt involved. Brad Pitt just looks so cool
he's
in that
so
movie.
cool, man.
because he is cool.
Yeah, he is very
Oh
cool.
man, that's a
Although
great,
apparently
that's
he's a
movie.
dick to his
Yeah, I was
kids.
gonna say, but apparently his kids don't think he's cool.
Yeah, one of his daughter, like one of his actual daughters, because him and Angelina Jolie had like 8 adopted kids and like 3 kids that are like biologically theirs.
Just trying to train the next Wonder Woman.
Yeah, basically. But then, yeah,
They
one of
ate
the
adopted
daughters removed Brad Pitt's last name from her official name, so now she's just like whatever. It's like
What was her name?
Shiloh or
Like
something.
Harry?
No, her name's like Shiloh. Boo.
Smelly, stinky,
Why'd you do this to me, Dad?
sweaty.
You're famous.
Just change your first name. No.
No, like that's what she did. The second she
well-
turned 18, she removed Brad Pitt's name from her.
Oh, I see.
Stinky.
That's cool, I guess.
Stinky. Stank Pitt.
Well, I'm sure no one will know who she is now. I know that's not why she did it, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, she looks just like Angelina Jolie. It's pretty unmistakable.
Wait, who does? Angelina Jolie?
No, this
Angelina
per-
Jolie's daughter
the
looks just
person-
like
what-
her.
I thought she was adopted.
No. Like,
That's scary.
this is her biological, one of her
Oh,
biological kids.
that reminds me
Probably a
of
test tube baby.
Who knows?
that
Yeah.
reminds me of the tweet where LeBron James Jr. was like, "I want to pave my own path, not be defined by my father." And
Okay,
then- and
LeBron
then-
James Jr.
the tweet was like, "Who's that guy who's really good?" LeBron James Jr.
I heard. I don't. You know, you guys know I don't care about basketball, but I heard LeBron James might renew for one more year, and his son's joining the NBA, and they might be the first father-son duo that are. In the
Yeah.
NBA
So
at the same
actually,
time.
LeBron James Jr. is not very good, and he wouldn't even be sniffing the NBA if it wasn't for the fact that he's LeBron James' son. So that's kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what will happen. Maybe he'll get in and continue to develop and like be a solid like role player, I think at most, or maybe he'll just like be like Giannis Antetokounmpo's brother, where it's
Damn.
just like nepotism and everyone knows it.
So, like, to your point, like, yeah, like, it is very known in the NBA that LeBron James is absolutely 100% set on playing with his son.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
So
feel like
it's one of those things where, like,
Yeah.
whatever the team basically saying, like, whoever drafts him, you have a shot to
Yeah.
at least you have an outside
Yeah.
chance of getting LeBron James to join your
Yeah,
team,
so you
which may be
definitely
a
not-
good thing or a bad
yeah.
thing these days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like a package deal potentially, but like
That's crazy.
Which is tight because it's like, all right, I mean, like, yeah, it's not gonna go. You're going to set back a franchise because they're getting a player who's not that good and a guy who's 40 to play on their professional basketball.
But you know what's
team.
funny is has
But
anyone?
it'll be, it's cool for LeBron James.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
at least he likes
it would be really cool.
He's earned it. Think of all he's
Dude, they
brought
can
to
make
the
a
league.
fucking
For
movie.
sure.
You can do like
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness
For sure.
with fucking LeBron James now.
Yeah.
No, don't redo that movie.
I didn't literally mean that.
He didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
But hold on, but think about
damn
it
it,
from like,
Jacob.
do you think LeBron James Jr. wants to play with his dad? Like he becomes
That's
like
really weird.
He's 19, right? He's like in the
LeBron
NBA.
James is struggling investment banker.
But like, he's on the road. He wants to be like fucking bitches or whatever. And then it's like, my dad is just on the team with me.
dad's
That'd be
here.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's yeah. I don't think anyone's ever asked Bronny what he wants in this
but to
situation.
be fair,
Probably
like
not.
he kind of owes it to his dad, I think, to do whatever he wants.
fuck it, another $1 billion movie idea.
Adam Sandler.
No, it's just
The
like
Minions are in the NBA.
no. So Bronny James is like, Dad, my dad's playing on the same team as me. Shoot, what's next? And then he turns around. It's like, Grandma. When she like comes out.
Tyler Perry's.
Tyler Perry. Medea in the NBA.
Medea goes to the NBA.
Oh no.
And then the sequel will be a crossover with Air Bud.
Oh,
the
dude.
dog in the mix.
$1 billion.
Oh shit! Yeah. I don't know. Did you listen to the last podcast?
Well, that's basically what we saw in Space Jam 2, right? Remember, like, there's all those cameos.
Oh yeah.
I would actually wager that there is a point in that movie where LeBron James' son plays with the grandma from Looney Tunes, right?
I mean, yeah,
I'm
why
sure,
not? Yeah, I'm
it
sure he
probably
comes
literally
in.
has already happened.
I mean, that almost happened in a.
Did you watch that movie with us, Jacob?
Which
I don't
one?
think
No, it was
Which-
you, me, and Mark.
What movie?
Space Jam 2.
That was before you
no,
moved here.
that's before I met you guys.
That movie was the
Yeah.
beginning of my cynicism.
I watched that
it was
in an apartment in
real
San
bad.
Diego. It was
That
very
movie.
bad.
That movie really scarred me.
Hey, while we're on the topic of basketball, like I saw a girl in the NBA in the WNBA got fined $25 the other day.
$25. That's a big hit to her bottom
Wait, are you
line.
serious?
Yeah, so apparently the fine.
Just
so
do it under the
obvious-
table at that point.
obviously it's hilarious because of how different obviously the level of money is. It just shows you how different it is between WNBA and NBA. But also it's a part of a bigger story about like how everyone apparently I'm not really that into the WNBA space, but apparently everyone feels like everyone in the WNBA is bullying Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah, I saw
And
that.
some people
she
are
like
like
shoulder checked her.
Well, some
Yeah,
people
we
are
should
like,
talk about this
are like
real
trying to
quick.
make her
This will be our
racial.
last little
Yeah.
side.
But some people are trying to make it racial, like, oh, they hate like this white girl
They
coming
hate-
into their
Of
league.
course
No,
everyone's
they
making it
just hate, they
racial.
hate to see a white woman winning. It's the same reason people hate Taylor Swift.
There's another white woman though that got
That's literally the talking point, though, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it ends up being kind of what they're saying. It's like she's really showing them. She's paying for the whole league. She blah blah, and it's like, dude, stop pretending that you care about the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like,
It's time we all just return to pretending like the WNBA
Although,
doesn't exist.
if it does bother you, or if you're this invested, like, ask yourself why. Is it because you think it's cool to like be like a white girl's better at a black at a sport that's typically dominated by a black person? It's very likely. It's very likely some satisfaction in that, and that's fair, and I understand. But I think you just need to own it. Like, be
little
like,
silly.
I enjoy that this is a sport that typically like there's not, just do the same thing. Just say the truth. Be like, I kind of think it's
Yeah.
cool that like this person's doing well at this sport where there's a lot of black people.
yeah, I'd feel the same way if like some black guy started dominating hockey. That'd be hilarious.
that would be a fun.
I mean, yeah, but like, but even like less because I feel like white people feel like they're like not perceived as athletic, right? So it's like with Jeremy Lin, right, when he was playing fucking basketball and tearing it
all
up.
the Asian dudes were like,
And I think there's a big part of that because like Asian people probably aren't seen as being very athletic. So when there was one who is,
But all the
it's
biggest,
like,
it's funny,
fuck
like
yeah, like,
I'm
yeah,
from
like,
Daly
well,
City, and like every Asian person in Daly City is like a big Filipino community. They
Yeah.
love basketball.
there's like no
they
Filipinos
play
in the
them-
NBA.
Yeah, zero.
Yeah.
But they do have a Filipino NBA, like a Filipino basketball league.
PWNBA.
Yeah, I know a guy that got drafted to play there.
A guy
Yeah.
in the women's league.
No, in the Filipino
Oh, it's a
NBA, the
men's league.
Filipino
Okay,
equivalent
sorry.
of the NBA.
I don't know, maybe I thought maybe he was
and
Joanna
apparently they
Manning
go
or something.
real hard.
Dude, have you seen those videos? This shit is badass. Yeah,
What-
the Filipino like basketball leagues.
Yeah, they're not
Go
that
hard,
tall, so they
man.
have to like.
Oh,
knife
something
each
I
other.
found funny is now Caitlin Clark is in the W. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's in the WNBA
Even I
now,
know
and
this.
she's the thing making everything famous. And anyways, you can pirate stream WNBA games now that have Caitlin Clark in it. I think it's so funny because everyone's like, oh, if you like women's sports, you should support women's sports. So just pirating it is really funny. It's really funny to me.
Dude, yeah, it's so like bizarre. Where but she does seem like she's getting targeted though. Like
She absolutely is,
People
but
are very
also-
excited to guard her and punk her, but like, of course,
I mean, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
someone
It's the
telling
same thing
you.
happened to Johnny Manziel.
That's just exactly. It's like if someone comes in, everyone's like anointing them the best. You want to be like, check this shit
Yeah,
out.
no, you're not.
It turns out that the average sports fans are just kind of like haters.
And it turns out
Yeah.
the average athlete's hyper competitive. Like
Yeah,
Right,
it's not,
yeah,
it's not that.
exactly.
It's not really
Yeah.
anything newsworthy, nor is anything that happens in the WNBA.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are arguing about it, and they're arguing about it while they continue not watching the WNBA.
Yeah, we're not watching that.
But anyway,
But hey, if you have any more clips of someone just like shoulder checking Caitlin Clark, I'll probably watch them on Twitter. They're
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That poor girl.
Yeah.
What the fuck did she do?
She was good at basketball.
I know. The ultimate.
It's all right. Everyone's like, oh, she's not getting paid enough for this, but like with her endorsement deal, she's making.
It's not like
she's
she
fine.
ever said anything. You know what
She
I mean?
hasn't said shit, so good for her.
But it's always a case though where people have problems with athletes and shit, and like sometimes they hate athletes who haven't said anything bad. You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of doing their thing. They kind of hate what they represent, so to speak. Where it's like, I hate LeBron James. He went from this team to that team, and it's just like, why do you have
every time? Like he just seems like I know whatever.
You could just admit it. Then be like, I just don't like him
as a public figure. Every time I've seen LeBron James like talk doing, he seems like such a wholesome guy. Like, I don't really care about basketball, but he seems like a nice dude.
Whenever I get
in
a conversation with like Michael Jordan, LeBron James person, it's just I try to like meet the person halfway and be like, yeah, I really like Jordan for these reasons, but the reason I like LeBron or whatever. And I just hate when someone just has to be like, no, he sucks, and my guy. It's just like, can't we just like agree to disagree?
Yeah,
I would
the only reason I would say Michael Jordan's better is because of his
more rings.
His role in Space Jam.
Yeah,
his Space Jam 1 was a much better movie.
Space Jam is better. Yeah, he was in the better Space Jam movie.
But it's not like that's Michael Jordan.
I also saw that video of him crying after he won the championship because it was after his dad got murdered because someone tried to steal the car that he got for him.
To be fair, that was Michael Jordan's fault.
Was it really Michael Jordan's fault?
No, there's
he has a gambling debt.
There's stories that was because of his gambling.
No way,
dude.
Maybe I gotta learn more about Michael
It's a
Jordan.
conspiracy.
You know, there's a year where Michael Jordan like took off.
He played for the White Sox
to play baseball because his dad always wanted. There's like a theory that was like a cloaked suspension by the NBA for his gambling.
And then he came back right before the playoffs in the second season. So he almost missed 2 seasons. But I feel like David Stern was like, playoffs last year didn't do too good. Come back, Michael.
Yeah, those ratings are down.
The NBA was just like, Michael.
The minor leagues are not really helping.
Okay, you can come back.
Jesus Christ.
Why don't they let Caitlin Clark
Wait,
play
you're in a what? A movie? With who? Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny? I didn't know he was real.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Michael?
Bill Murray.
Like, what? The guy from Seinfeld? Like, what? Newman. Michael, what the
We gotta give Michael some help. He's gone off the deep end.
Dude, yeah, like those gambling debts must be out of control, bro.
Dude, they probably were.
All right,
we're done.
On that note,
guys, don't gamble.
Don't gamble.
Don't gamble because someone might
unless
one of your family members.
Seriously, are like loaded.
Pay it back.
Just like it will destroy your life on par with alcohol.
Yeah. Do you think you're more capable than Michael Jordan?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah. No, you're getting taken.
You're
down.
stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Confederate. just to close out. Minions help the Confederacy. Garfield goes trans.
Wait, the Despicable Lee. There it is.